Hi, here we present an actor model of the interaction between retrieval and prediction in sentence processing. In a simple sentence, such as Martin takes his button, the process of finding out what the pronoun his refers to is facilitated by the linguistic knowledge that the pronoun his should refer to a masculine antecedent. This gender cue helps retrieving the representation of Martin from memory. Now, if we consider the same sentence in German, the equivalent possessive pronoun seinen does not just tell us that it refers to a masculine antecedent, but it also encodes the gender of the possessum, which is masculine in this case. If the possessum were feminine, for example, bottle instead of button, the possessive pronoun will have a different form. It would be seine instead of seinen, as in seine Flasche. Basically, possessive pronouns in German provide information about the antecedent and also the upcoming possessum. These two sets of information can help retrieve the antecedent and also to predict the upcoming possessum. How do the two processes of retrieval and prediction manifest as the possessive pronoun? And do these two processes interact with each other? To answer these questions, Stone et al. 2021 carried out an eye tracking study in the visual paradigm, where participants were introduced to two characters, Sarah and Martin. Participants listened to instructions in German, such as click on his blue button or click on her blue button, and they were simultaneously shown two pictures on the screen. One was the target object, button, for example, and the other one was a color matching competitor that had a different gender. For example, bottle, which is feminine. The experiment consisted of two conditions, match condition and mismatch condition. In the match condition, both the antecedent of the possessive pronoun and the possessum had the same gender, as in his button, where Martin and button both are masculine. In the mismatch condition, the two had different genders, as in her button, where the antecedent Sarah is feminine but the button is masculine. Stone et al. Found that participants showed predictive looks towards the target object before hearing its name, which means they looked at the picture of the button before they hear the word button. And more interestingly, in the match condition, participants showed faster predictive looks than the mismatch condition. We call this a prediction advantage. The prediction advantage was about 300 milliseconds. We propose that the prediction advantage that Stone et al. Observed is due to retrieval interference. Interference occurs during the retrieval of the antecedent of the pronoun. The gender cue used in the retrieval of the antecedent in the match condition boosts the activation of the gender matching target, the button, but the gender cue in the mismatch condition boosts the activation of the competitor object, the bottle. During the prediction stage, this higher activation of the target object in the match condition enables a faster prediction of the target. In contrast, in the mismatch condition, the higher activation of the competitor delays the prediction of the target object. To test this hypothesis, we implemented an actor model of this task. In our model, the parsing of the instruction sentence click on his blue button or click on her blue button is carried out as per the cue-based retrieval model of sentence processing. We assume that the model tries to predict the target picture after every input word based on all the available information. We implement prediction as retrieval of the memory representation of the target. We assume that the fixation probability is directly proportional to the activation of the objects. And we also assume that the color cues are weighted higher than the other cues. Our model captures two key effects in the data. First, it shows predictive fixations to the target object before encountering its name in the input. And second, it shows prediction advantage in the match condition compared to the mismatch condition. Stone et al. Also reported another experiment with the same design, but with two additional objects displayed on the screen. One was a gender competitor that didn't match in color, for example, a yellow balloon, and second one was a distractor that didn't match the target in gender or color, for example, the yellow flower. They observed the same effects as in the earlier experiment, but in this case, the prediction effect was smaller. We extended our model for this design and generated new predictions. The model showed the same predictive processing and also showed a prediction advantage for the match condition. But in this case, the model predicted higher and earlier prediction advantage than observed in the data. The main conclusions we can draw from our modeling are that prediction in sentence processing can be conceived as retrieval, and the prediction advantage observed in Stone et al. Experiments can be modeled as retrieval interference. The results from the second modeling experiment imply that our model uses all the information in the input immediately and sequentially to predict the target. However, humans delay their decision of predicting the target. We consider capturing this delay in prediction as the next challenge to improve the model, and we hope to present our improved model in the next year's ICCM. Thank you for listening.